With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Question is, calculate the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor shown in the following figure between points x and y. So we can say here this capacitance is C1, this here is C2, and this capacitance here is C3. And C1 capacitance can be said here as K1 into, we can say here A, area of the plate is A, epsilon naught divided by distance here between the two plates as D plus D, so 2D. C2 here can be written as, let's say, K2 into A epsilon naught by distance here is D, and C3 here can be written as K3 into A epsilon naught by distance here is given as D. So we can say here this arrangement can be shown here between 2 points x and y, as here we have these, let's say, C1 capacitance. Here this is our C1 capacitance. This is our C1 capacitance, and these two capacitances C2 and C3 will be in parallel. So here parallel to, we can say here C1. So C2 and C3 will be series to each other and the combination will be in parallel to C1. So we can say here the equivalent capacitance can be redrawn here as this here is our C1, and we can say here the equivalent of C2, C3 which are in series to each other will be given here as, let's say, these two, let's say between points x and y comes here as C2 into C3 divided by, in the denominator, this here is C2 plus C3. So this comes here as C2 into C3 divided by C2 plus C3. So we can say the equivalent capacitance between these 2 points x and y here comes out to be C equivalent as this C1 and this C2 C3 by C2 plus C3 is in parallel. So equivalent here is C1 plus, here this is C2 C3 by C2 plus C3. So this here taking LCM comes as C1 C2 plus here C1 C3 plus here C2 C3 divided by, in the denominator we have here as C2 plus C3. This here comes as A epsilon naught by D comes out common, and we have here as C1 equal to, here remains, let's say, K1 by 2. So in case of C1 there remains a factor of K1 by 2, and in case of C2 there is factor K2. Similarly, in case of C1 there is K1 by 2, and in case of C3 there is, let's say, K3, plus here C2 C3 is K2 into K3 divided by, in the denominator there is our K2 plus, we can say, as K3. So this here simplifies to our, we can say, as A epsilon naught divided by 2D, and this factor here becomes K1 K2 plus, we can say, as K1 K3 plus, we can say, 2K2 K3 divided by, in the denominator there is our K2 plus K3. Hence this is the equivalent capacitance, which is our answer.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.